you suffer from sciatica? That's something that ever since my first pregnancy, it sort of has irritated those nerves, so it does flare up every once in a while. I do have it right now, so I thought it would be a great video to show what I do during flare-ups. It is important to note that we're dealing with a nerve here, so you don't want to push through anything because that's going to make it worse. So by stretching into it doesn't make it better if you do. It's like that fine line, so you really got to feel sort of where it feels good on your body, so be very careful. Ice is good for it. Do not put heat on it. Heat initially, it's going to feel good, but what it's going to do is those muscles are going to expand in your joints, and then it's going to hit that nerve and actually make it feel worse. So ice and rest is good, and then light stretches, okay? And walking around is really good. You want to sort of keep it moving as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start with some simple stretches. You do need a band. And you can use a towel, you can use a sheet, you can use sort of whatever is gonna allow you sort of some space to put your feet in, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start on our back today. And what I want you to just do right now is just find sort of a neutral spine, a neutral pelvis. And then start to breathe, taking an inhale in through the nose and an exhale out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. On your next exhale, so inhale here, you're just going to roll the pelvis towards your chest gently. Make sure it's your abdominals doing that and you're not just jamming your low back into the mat. And then bring it back to neutral. Exhale, pulling the pelvis, lengthening the back, drawing the belly in, and return it. 2 more times like this. Make sure you're not sort of shrugging the shoulders or your head's moving. Right now it's just the pelvis moving. 1 more time, draw it in, and then we're just gonna lift it just a little bit higher, but make sure it's your abs doing this. Don't push into your feet yet, don't push into your seat yet, and release it. Roll it up and pick it up only as far as you can get the abs to do the work. 1 more time. And then come down. You might have to pull the heels towards the seat a little bit more because we're going to go all the way up now. So the abs are going to pull in, and then at a certain point you're going to push into the heels and you're going to lift up, and you're going to kind of, you'll probably be squeezing into that nerve a little bit. So if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. And roll it down. For me right now, this feels good. And then as you get through that low back, you'll feel the stretch because the sciatica starts up here and it goes into the seat muscles, and then it goes all the way down, and you can feel it all the way into your foot. So we'll make sure we'll get all the way down there. Roll it up. Push and lift. And then down, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Couple more here. Just loosening up the spine. Getting your body connected with the breath and movement together. And bringing awareness just to all sort of your body parts. 1 more time. And lower down. Good. You're going to draw your right thigh in towards your chest, and whatever side your sciatica is on, just be careful. Okay, this is the side for me, so I just, very gentle, but it should feel good. And then you're going to extend your bottom leg long. And once you reach your arm out to the side, and then just sort of gently allow your knee to cross your body as you keep your opposite shoulder down. So that stretches right into the nerve. Now, if this is too much for you, you can stay there. If this is too much for you, come back up and then let both knees go down together, and that will lessen the stretch for you, okay? So whatever sort of feels good for you on your body. But that twist is nice because it gets right into sort of the piriformis area, your seat, your low back. And then if you've got both legs there, just let them one at a time come to center. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. Breathe, allow your spine to get neutral, shoulders down. And then very gently cross it over. Look at your opposite hand,
Stay there if that feels good, and know that you can double it up here and let the knees go together to alleviate a little bit. Come back to center. Grab your strap here, lower down. Place your ball of your foot into the strap or the sheet or the towel, whatever. And it's important here that you just keep your pelvis neutral, so don't yank on anything where it all lifts up. It's really important to keep that neutral. And then using the ball of the foot, just sort of let your hips sink down and square off. What I mean about squaring off is I don't want that hip up here, okay? You want to keep it so the pelvis stays neutral, so that we work the leg and the pelvis separately. And just hold here in that straight leg. And if this is too hard for you to kind of get your leg vertical, you can do it down here. The important thing is to keep your leg straight and your pelvis neutral. So wherever you can do that, that's fine. Now we're just going to point and stretch. You're going to reach your toes towards the ceiling. And then you're going to reach the heel towards the ceiling, and you'll feel it all the way down. For me, my sciatica kind of goes really along the whole upper part of the leg, so I really feel this. Be gentle. Again, these aren't harsh stretches. Be kind to your body. Really square off the pelvis, square off the shoulders. One more of these. Breathe into each stretch. Inhale, exhale. And now, keeping it flexed, you're just going to bend the knee. Keep the hip square. You're not doing anything at the hip. You're just flexing a little bit. Shoulders relaxed. Do as many as feel good for you. Reach. Good. And then let's switch sides. Stretch up, hips square. Find that squareness. You'll realize your feet do feel different, your legs. Again, to keep the pelvis square, if you're down here, that's fine. Work from there. Important thing is that leg stays straight. And we're just going to point and flex to start with. Relax the shoulders. If you can keep the elbows down, that's good. You can do it up here, but sometimes that creates tension. Wherever you can keep your body tense free. And breathe. So you'll notice how different it feels in your non-sciatica side. It's still very healthy and good for you. But you might have more range of motion, you might not feel it as much. 2 more. Now keep it flexed and just bend and straighten. Again, keeping everything neutral, abs tight. Do as many times as you want and then release it. Good. So from here, you're just going to cross one ankle over your thigh. Now that could be just enough of a rotation for you and a stretch for you, so stay there. Again, this is like sciatic side, so just be very gentle. For me, I'm feeling like I can get a little stretch, so I'm just going to pull up and grab my thigh. Now right here, this is pretty much a good stretch. You can also go side to side until you sort of find that stretch. You'll feel it right there. If you'll feel it sort of give a good, but if it's too much for you to rock side to side, stay right there and breathe into it. Relax the shoulders. If you want a little extra stretch, you can also stretch the leg up here and then bend it in. Stretch and bend. Work wherever feels good for you. Just don't overstretch it. You're not trying to yank in towards your chest as much as you can. You're just trying to get a nice little stretch. And breathe. Good. All right, let's switch sides. So step 1, you can stay there. Step 2, you can grab it. You might feel more flexibility on your non-sciatic side. You can rock back and forth. Trying to keep that, pelvis neutral if you can. Might lift up a little bit, but try not to do so much. And you can stay square, you can lift and lower. And notice when you bend the knee is when you'll feel the stretch. As you bend it, you can gently pull in a little bit deeper. Whatever feels good for you, just be kind to your body. Good. And then just release out of it. Let's roll ourselves up to a seated position. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the soles of our feet together, okay? So we want to stretch sort of the psoas muscles, the muscles that are from front of the thigh, because they counterbalance what's behind, okay? So we want to sort of get in there. You're going to sit up nice and tall and just sort of let your body gently press your thighs a little bit wider as you go forward, okay? I'll show you from the front. So what I'm doing is I'm gently pressing my thighs towards the floor. I'm tilting at my hips so my spine is staying straight. I'm not flexing in my low back. I'm just getting a gentle stretch there. Come back up, and we'll do that one more time. Just a gentle little stretch. And come on up. Good. All right, so from here, what I want you to do is your one leg's going to be forward, so I'm going to cross my sciatica side first, cross it over my leg, flex through that bottom leg, and this could be enough stretch for you. So just stay here if this is enough. We're going to twist, and sometimes twisting irritates the nerve, so don't twist if you're going to kind of irritate it. You'll feel it if it's too much. So stay here, and what you do is you sort of just twist towards that bent leg as you pull it gently towards your chest. Right there, I'm feeling the stretch. Like that feels good. Almost, I'm wondering if I should twist, but it's okay. All right, so now you're up nice and tall. Energy right out of the top of the head as you reach through that heel and breathe and open the chest. My back arm is sort of lined up with my spine, and I'm twisting my ribs. I'm not twisting just my shoulders, so my ribs have rotated over. And just breathing and getting taller. Good. And then come to center, and you can do the other side. Cross over, pull it in, flex that bottom leg as you reach through the heel. Sit up tall on both sitting bones, and then you just rotate the ribs as your bottom hand goes in line with the spine. So this is the non-sciatica side, so you might feel really okay twisting. Shoulders down. But again, if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then return it to center. And there you go, just a quick little routine to help with your sciatica. If this is something that you like, please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel. I have a new video every Wednesday, so we'd love to have you. And if you're interested in full routines, I do have an online members club, and I'll put the link here for you. Your first 2 weeks are free, and I would love to have you. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.